What is going on, everybody? Welcome to You Nerd It Here First. This is episode 3. That is 3 weeks in a row that Damo's been able to get up at 8 a.m. on a Sunday. He was very close today. That you may not have had that. But we do rough. We do like to throw each other under the bus in this these formats. So we've got a big studded lineup for you. Obviously, we are joined by myself. I'm Reimann, and we'll go around the circle or square. I guess it's the square. We'll go square. You're looking at a square on the podcast. I know if you're listening to it, you just
imagine we're sitting in a square.
We're in a square.
Picture a square.
Yeah,
if you're just listening to the audio, we are sitting in the same room, just in a square of chairs, looking into the center.
That's what we like to do. It gets a little bit intimate at times. But Jimmy, introduce yourself. You got
no one's wearing pants,
and knees are touching.
I'm Jimmy. 15 seconds.
No, we were all talking before.
I'm Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yay, Jimmy!
Yay, Jimmy!
Hi, I'm
you
Lawson.
guys feel 15 seconds.
Lawson. It's Lawson. Hi, I'm Lawson. It's Lawson. Hey, it's Lawson over here. Hi, I'm Lawson.
AKA Grumpy Man, Art House Man, and all-round nerdy man.
Yep. Man of many titles.
Go, Damo.
That you just introduced. I'm Damo.
They don't know
15 seconds. You got to fill the time.
Oh, okay. I'm Damo. Something cool about me.
Nothing, because we're
nothing. Yeah.
You guys sell yourself short.
I don't like intros. Intros are awful.
Like, good. I'm going to put you on the spot more.
I don't like intros.
Well, bad luck. It is what it is. But we've got after fantastic feedback, and if anyone listened to on Spotify, please give us a 5-star rating. If you're not going to give us a 5-star, please don't rate. Just leave that alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A joke.
It's not a joke. It's actual facts. That's a request. So
be nice to us.
We got really good feedback on Nerd News, and eventually I'll get around to cutting all the clips.
Did we?
So you can see
It must be all those animal shelter simulator fans that have just been like, oh, no podcast has given my favorite game the coverage it deserves.
That's right. We like to give everyone equal coverage. But Damo, give us the intro to Nerd News.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nerd news. Yeah, it's nerd news. All
right, Lawson, you remember the rules of this game?
Me?
Yeah.
Is that because you don't?
No one followed the rules last time, though.
There's no rules.
There is
rules that we don't stick to.
You're interested, not interested, or I'm going to buy it.
Yesterday, at one point in movie talks, I said, not interested. And you're like, oh, yeah, the rules. So there's no rules.
It's my channel. I do what I want.
Yep. Same.
All right. In consistency vein, emergency NPC 0.95p update patch notes are out.
Is this just patch updates again?
We're just reading patch notes.
Did we talk about this?
What was the game?
Emergency. What is it? Emergency New York City.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, waste our fucking time.
Surely you've got some actual news and it's not just patch notes.
I do. I just really wanted to start with patch notes.
Oh, well played.
I've been sitting on that for a while. So, Hogwarts Legacy, the developers confirmed that the game won't have any DLC. So there's no DLC for Hogwarts.
Is that like none, or is it just none being made at the moment?
That says none. They literally said there is none. Like, everyone's really upset about that.
Yeah.
That is
crazy.
An odd choice considering how popular it was. But are they just going to come out with like Hogwarts Legacy 2 and make you a sixth?
Yeah, I was thinking that probably means a sequel is more likely.
Right. They want to hold on to content.
Makes sense.
But I've only just started it, so I'm in no position to talk about it yet.
Yeah,
it sets up for a sequel or whatnot.
Yeah, I'm 2 hours in, so I got nothing as that.
I mean, do you need DLC to be a great game? Like, I think DLC is a bit overrated.
No,
of course not.
But it's nice to know that the game is still being worked on.
Mm.
But, we'll see.
I'm considering how popular it was. I'm sure it'll definitely get more sequels.
I just saw your hand.
I know.
Oh, translucent.
Last night.
Wait, what?
I, just saw,
I missed that.
I just saw it as well. I didn't see
He's
it
got
until I saw
red
it on the
permanent texture
camera.
on his hand.
Why?
Let's talk about that when we get to your
Okay.
Yeah.
topic today.
All right. DC's Peacemaker is getting an adult-only series. So that
That's
is
cool.
the John Cena one.
Wait, no, he already has a series.
Yeah, but it's getting an adult-only series.
Surely the other one wasn't a family series.
Well, apparently it wasn't adult. So,
Fair
yeah,
enough.
As in, so it's gone from MA to R.
I think so. I think they're pushing it into the R. Because I don't think
Okay.
DC's got any R, do they? In terms of their films.
Wasn't the Batman meant to be? I don't know.
I don't think the Batman made R, though.
Okay.
Joker.
Yeah.
I was wondering if any
Maybe
Jokers
Joker.
were, but I don't think.
Joker's
I
R.
still haven't seen Joker.
Oh,
It's good.
it's
Yeah.
so
Is it in the
good.
Joaquin Phoenix one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
haven't seen it.
Neither have I.
And then Lady
What?
Gaga. Lady Gaga
Oh.
is going to be Harley Quinn in the sequel.
Yeah. So
That's
that
cool.
is a sequel.
Mhm.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know with DC and Batman. Like, it just always seems like they'll get like 2 years in. They'll be like, oh, there's a new Batman coming out, but
Right.
we're redoing it again.
Yeah, well, the current one's not even
Yeah,
part
right.
of the new reboot that they're doing. So James Gunn's coming in, and
I was,
Patterson's Batman's not part of it, but they're still
Yeah, cool,
having
'cause,
that as a
like,
standalone.
Patterson's Batman, which I enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was maybe a little bit
Yeah.
long, but then I saw the trailer for The Flash, the Super Bowl trailer,
Mhm.
and it's got like Affleck in the trailer, and then it's got like, hopefully you've all seen the trailer by now, but then it cuts back and it's got Michael Keaton as Batman again.
Yep, as the older.
And I was just
Are
kind
they
of
just-
like, hang on, what's going on with the other Batman? Like,
They're doing a
Yeah.
Was it
multiverse
just-
similar to
So they're
Was-
trying to
yeah,
do
was
Spider-Man.
Spider-Verse.
Is it? Or are they
Batman-verse.
just bringing in a bunch of cameos for Super Bowl lads?
No, it's they're trying to create their own multiverse similar to
Wow.
the Marvel, how they got the Spider-Man.
Different Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
got nothing to say to any of this. I don't really, we know. I don't know what's happening with DC Marvel
Yeah.
world.
Okay, but you need to go and watch Joker.
Yeah,
Because
fair. I'm more inclined to watch
like-
that than any of the Marvel.
It's like acting-wise, one of the best
Yeah, I love
examples
him.
of incredible acting that I've ever seen. It's
And that's good.
Yeah.
But Lawrence,
it's so art house for you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This one's up your alley though, Lawrence. Tina Fey will
Uh-huh.
appear in the Mean Girls musical film.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, good on her. I'm
And
guessing same character.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming
good. That's
so.
fucking sick. Good on
And-
her. She is an absolute legend. Anything she does is gold.
Okay. And
Hopefully she's-
Megan with a 3 gets an unrated cut coming to digital release. So that is the AI child robot that goes around
Oh,
killing
right.
people
why has it got a 3?
because it's the third model.
Because it's a computer.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a AI, so it's the third model. In the game,
Oh,
in the show, they
right.
call it Model 3 something something something, and it
Okay.
stands for Megan.
And last bit of nerd news is, I reckon this might trigger a few of you guys because I know Lawson and Damo were big Overwatch fans.
Mhm.
But there is a new tier listing for the new season. Have you guys seen this
Oh
yet?
yeah, I watched. Yeah, I watched Karku's tier video yesterday. It's probably
Okay.
his.
Do you agree with it all?
Who's on top?
I mean, Moira's
I
S
am.
tier, baby.
I'm S tier.
S tier is
Moira's
Tracer,
S tier. Lucy
Ash-
is like D and C, my friend.
Ooh.
Wait, start again. So go, Ryman.
S tier is Tracer, Ashy.
Ash.
That's how it's spelled.
Reinhardt.
Ashy.
If this is Karku's
Right.
list, then it's Reinhardt next.
Well, Reinhardt's in there, but it's Sojourn.
Sojourn.
Oh, Soldier. Oh, Sorry, I'll shut the fuck
Zenyatta.
up.
Zenyatta, yeah.
Zaria.
This is
Reinhardt.
great.
I disagree with
this
that.
Is so good.
The thing
And,
is like how many tier? Like everyone makes their own tier list. Where's Lucio?
Yeah.
what?
Where's the green guy with dreadlocks?
I don't know who
Named
that is.
Lucio.
but-
Lucio.
Oh, Lucio.
Lucio.
Sorry, I thought there'll be pictures was picturing the
Nope, these are just names.
Okay, Lucio
Lucio is in A tier.
and Moira, Moira.
Moira. McCree, me, Mercy. Moira is in A tier.
Yeah, right.
There you go. All right.
Mm.
We're A
Yeah,
tiers.
but this is all like personal opinion,
Yeah,
and
it's all subjective.
Yeah.
Well, this is posted
also
by Omer Dewson on February 17th. So
don't even know who that is.
he has in gaming news and no comments. So
Okay,
this is
doesn't matter.
credible
Let's move on.
source. All right, let's move on. So we have a brand new game out, which is called Wild Hearts. This is the cover. Look at it. Woo, I bought it from Big W. Look at that, the big wolf.
Are they sponsoring us yet?
Nah, not yet.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Big W. Yeah, that's more likely.
That'd be cool. I would be happy with Big W sponsor. But this is a game, comes under EA. They're pushing it, but it's not their actual studio. It's some other studios that I can't pronounce. But it is a Monster Hunter alternative. And essentially you get to create your own character. I made a very tall, very buff pinhead character to go hunt monsters. And essentially the story isn't overly exciting, but the gameplay at this point in time, we played 2 hours last night on stream. So if you want to check that out, go check it out. It'll be out on YouTube as well. But you get to go hunting, you get to pick your own weapons, you get to upgrade, you get to collect. The co-op choices are really odd. You have to get to a bonfire and then put tags in for people to search you, which is
you can't even just like join friends, invite friend. You've got to actually search public lobbies to find each other. Yeah,
which is really odd, and also it only allows 3 people, including yourself, to go hunt monsters. Normally, I thought it'd be 4. Like 4.
What the hell's 2 or 4? What the hell's 3?
It might be a balancing thing.
I mean, there's been a few games with 3 lately. I mean, it's not like Destiny is a big one. Anthem's probably not a good example because that felt like a rock. A few games lately that you only get 3, but it's just not out of the question to expect some people only have 2 friends.
Right.
So why not give people with more friends the option?
My issue with like aside from the number is just how difficult it was for you guys to actually play together. Like, 'cause, like when Reimann suggested it the other day, and I was looking at it, like it was said pretty early, like play with 2 of your friends, and I was like, okay, well, it's 3 people, but it's like it's marketed to play with other people. No one's like, why is it so difficult?
Who's
developing it?
The what?
Who develops?
Who's developing it?
I'm not sure.
Probably FromSoft.
It says
developers Omega Force.
Yeah,
Omega Force.
Never heard of them.
No.
They made Dynasty Warriors. That's sort of all they've done, and it feels like Dynasty Warriors. That's when you want to.
Are they Japanese?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Because if they're not, some of the voice acting would be highly racist.
I mean, you can be a non-Japanese studio and just hire Japanese voice actors.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Look at most other games.
Yeah, but
Ghost
also
of Tsushima.
Yeah. The thing I like is the developers announced that all DLC will be free. So when they produce
That's
it
cool.
and put it out.
Wrong.
What do you mean it's wrong?
It's already DLC.
Yeah, you said yesterday.
$30
DLC.
I don't.
I mean, it's not
DLC, or is that? Yeah, they also said there's no microtransaction. I feel
if they say no microtransactions, and then on day one the first thing in the store is, hey, there's some clothes you can buy for $30.
I feel like $30.
Wait, what?
Microtransaction.
Wow.
Though.
Unfortunately, microtransactions are getting big. Where did you get that from, or was it just that video you sent?
No, like literally all the articles have said that Wild Hearts won't have microtransaction or paid DLC.
Well, macrotransactions then.
It's
mid transactions.
It's a pretty common strategy for companies to be like, we're not going to do this, and then they get the release and people play it, and then once it's only the community that are going to continue to play it, they go, oh, we've had to change strategy. And then they do that. Like so many companies have done it.
Yeah, that's fair. But the game
everyone.
The game has 20 monsters, and every monster is some animal that has elements to it. So we fought a pig with a number of eyes that could change the environment with vines.
Shoot vines and shit. Yeah.
That was cool.
It was really cool.
It wasn't a frog, was it, in the end? It was
not a frog.
Yeah,
definitely not a frog. Only a picture.
Had frogs around it. And like there was a bunny that had moss on it. So that was interesting, but that wasn't a boss. And apparently there's a bird as well.
Blackbird, apparently.
Blackbird, someone said was a bit shitty.
Yeah.
But you got to run around with a big old sword.
Yeah, and every time you kill something, you can upgrade your weapon, and it takes on a different image.
Yeah, actually, it looks different, which is sick.
That looked cool.
Yeah,
I like that a lot. It wasn't just like, but as much as it means nothing, I care so much. Like, I will buy armor based on how cool my character looks in it.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Rather than stats.
Right.
Fashion sells is a thing.
It still has to be decent
WoW.
stats.
Right.
Like games like WoW let you like transmog armor to make it look how you want with,
Oh, really? That's
care.
cool. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and like, that's the thing in Destiny as well now. Like you can grind out materials to wear one piece of gear but look like you're wearing another.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, what can I play that? That's something similar. That I played something
Otherwise, you
recently
just end up
that was
wearing
like
a
that.
thin sheet of metal that's protecting your forehead.
Yeah, yeah, I did that. So,
No shit.
but also, what I forgot for nerd news is that Tesla cars can now run Steam games while you're sitting in the car.
Right. Okay.
That's pretty cool, but also highly unnecessary.
What's the GPU of a Tesla?
I was going to say, God, I don't want to have to worry about like upgrading the GPU in my car.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, but you got to pay a subscription service, which is priced at $10 a month or $100 a year. So the new, it's only available in models S and X with 16 gigs of RAM.
Okay.
So
yeah, right.
It's so bizarre, but interesting. So if you want to play Wild Hearts in the car, you can.
Fair enough.
So, supposedly the PC port is horrible.
Yeah, but
if you're playing in your car.
That's a whole another experience. It'd make road trips interesting if you're not the driver, I guess.
But
yeah, I mean, but you could put.
Surely you can't do it while the car's going, right?
Well, I don't know.
Mm.
Aren't they meant to like have driverless cars and stuff yet?
Mod the car.
I'm sure you could. But yeah.
That takes car mods to a different level.
Right.
Nice.
But cars are becoming more and more of a fucking computer wrapped in wheels and oh well.
100%.
But yeah, if you're interested in Wild Hearts, definitely check it out.
It's great.
I'm having a
really fun time.
You guys look like you had a fun time on stream last night.
Yeah. I'm a little bit sad that I can't play more of it today, but I'm still going to play it, just not do the bosses. I'm going to go re-kill stuff and collect armor and whatnot.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's really, really fun. I love. It reminds me of Shadow of the Colossus. Each boss feels very like we've only done 3 so far, but they all felt very unique. I do like because there isn't much to do in between the bosses though, and that's the one sort of request I would have. Just like Shadow of the Colossus, there's not like a whole bunch of enemies just running around that you can kill. There sort of are, but they don't really pose much of a threat.
I mean, we're only in the one area. We only unlocked the second area, so it might be different. But who knows?
For sure. I just want to practice my weapons more because there's so many weapon choices and they have so many different, like, the moves are insane. I can't believe how many different combinations there are. And even the bow, which is just a bow, there's 2 different kinds of arrows and there are 3 different kinds of stances. And depending on how many times you charge that stance with triangle, depended on the attack you're about to use. So there was about 12, 15 different attacks you could do with just a bow.
It sounds like it's got some decent depth to it then.
Definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're interested in it and you've got 2 other friends, go try and work out how to search a public tag because
at least you can do your own custom tags. We just put the tag as Bulkman.
Yeah.
And like, I could just search Bulkman and that was good. It wasn't like I had to put in like the tags because the original way of doing it was you choose from a list of tags, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so that was all right. But yeah, check it out. So, yeah, I'm interested. Don't be wowed by the story. But with a good story is the Mandalorian. So we have season 3 final trailer, which is now out. So you're a big fan. We are all big fans. I enjoy it. But
yeah, we've all watched it.
Have you not seen it, Damo?
Nah, I have not.
Okay.
I'm not really a Star Wars guy at all, and I have not seen Mandalorian. So
wow. So this
maybe we could.
make
This
no
could
sense
become. Let's convince Damo to watch Mando, even though he hasn't watched most Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because it actually is a pretty good standalone, if I'm honest.
I think there are obviously crossovers, but no, I think you could definitely watch it standalone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know a few people who have actually.
Okay.
Nah, talk about it as if we're just talking about number 3. We wouldn't know about it because I'm sure most people watching or listening have seen it. So
maybe
don't cater to me. Right? I'm failing as a nerd.
Yep. So we're gonna watch the trailer, and then
we're gonna
let's do it.
It was fine last time. I was worried about talking during the trailer, but listening back, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
You can still hear us.
If people
maybe turn the trailer down to like 50% or 70% or something.
Yeah. Here we go.
I haven't watched this yet either.
Marines are not just learning about how to fight.
This man can do no wrong, can't he?
Oh, Pedro!
Yeah.
How to navigate the galaxy.
I think you're sold, aren't you?
That way,
just
you'll never be lost.
That's a pretty strong selling point.
Definitely. Another show where he protects a child.
Yeah.
Right.
Father figure Pedro.
Daddy Pedro.
Yeah, that was the end of last season, hey?
Yeah.
No more.
I mean, the Book of Boba Fett felt like Mando season 3, pretty much.
So that I may
it did. It really did.
My transgressions.
There's also a like a clip, a scene that's out as well.
Okay.
It's just Mando talking to someone.
I heard you were back.
Him.
Our people are scattered. Like stars in the galaxy. What are we? What do we stand for?
Yeah, cool.
Oh, yeah, more Mandos.
Fractured our people. Where were you then?
There's something dangerous happening.
Oh, soon.
And by the time it
very soon.
Act, it'll be too late.
Hang on,
we're gonna get some Jedi action too.
I'm not a fan of that.
Really?
Trailer looks good.
I'm keen.
Trailer looks fantastic. I just don't want Jedi.
Nah, I want Jedi. I feel like they what was it? End of season 2? That's when didn't Luke come back? But it was like computer generated, but he still moved like an old man.
Hey, Laufey.
Ooh.
It was like
that looks cool as hell.
Disney's special deepfake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah,
I think it looked fantastic.
Yeah.
I was even talking about Luke. Talking about the deep fake stuff. I think, like, obviously it's not perfect. We're not there yet, but I think it still looks pretty damn good.
It did look good, but unfortunately, you can't like stop the age of the actor. Like he looks
exactly right. If you're gonna do like an entire series over the course of how many years there between first movie and last movie?
Yeah.
You guys seen the new Indiana Jones trailer?
No,
I haven't yet.
Those clips of young Harrison Ford are pretty fucking convincing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh yeah. Again, I think I talked about them last week, but Corridor Crew on YouTube, they do lots of like breakdowns of like VFX shots, and they do a whole thing on the Luke Skywalker deep fake, and because Disney don't give you they don't always tell you exactly how they do it, so they've tried to recreate it themselves, but it's worth a watch.
Okay, it is interesting. Yeah, it's up my alley.
Yeah, give that a look.
But, I liked Mando most when it was like a spaghetti western, when it was just him out with his pistol and And I worry that adding lightsabers and Jedi and everything else is going to make it just feel like every other Star Wars property right now.
I'm gonna. This could be completely wrong, but I'm gonna make a prediction that the Jedi stuff that we're seeing is potentially flashback stuff. Because it seems like we're getting more into the lore of the Mandalorians and all that. And then and Mandalore, and then if we're going down that path, then I could see that they're gonna want to highlight the whole Jedi Mandalorian conflict sort of stuff. Because those like that, like you've got it in your background there. That Jedi doesn't look like a post Empire sort of.
No, he doesn't. He looks very
Jedi.
Classical
that
Jedi
looks
Order.
Very So that's going to be my big call at this point.
Yeah, I hope so.
I don't know.
What's a Mandalorian?
What is the Mandalorian?
What is a Mandalorian?
I'm happy to explain it. So
go for it.
There is oh my god,
they're not essentially really a warrior. They're a group of people like a warrior. They're a tribe that base themselves on their warrior prowess. Pretty much, it's all about dedicating yourself to the battle. It's
kind of like the Spartans of Star Wars world.
Yeah, and then
and they are all the same race, but this Mandalorian was actually a different race who was saved by Mandalorians and like rescued. So he's not a true Mandalorian. And neither was Boba Fett.
No,
that's a different story.
But some of them believe that they can't take their helmet off or can't be seen without their helmet.
It's part of the creed.
Yeah. That's not
so he, at the end of season 2, he takes his helmet off because he thought he was about to die, more or less. So now he's been kicked out of the order. Looking at that, they've got heaps of content with other Mandalorians and stuff. So it looks to me a little bit like another Rebel Alliance sort of thing, like the Mandalorians banding together to take down the Empire in the region, which would be pretty fucking cool because I love all the Mandalorian stuff.
There's different factions of Mandalorians now because they're pretty trashed and scattered. Like they were meant to be like a pre kind of film sort of power. And you've still got some Mandalorians floating around that like don't believe in the whole helmet thing, but you've got some that do. So they've also got this like the dark saber, which is kind of like their
King Arthur's sword. Like if you have it, you rule.
Their Excalibur.
You rule. You can only take it by defeating someone in combat, sort of thing. And we've got different factions trying to play for the dark saber. So and our boy currently has it. So
but before this series and Boba Fett series, like Jimmy said, the Mandalorians were like a piece of Star Wars history. It was kind of like you would hear about all these amazing stories, and they used to be in this huge conflict with the Jedi. But until this is really fleshed out, a really cool part of the Star Wars lore. Definitely.
And they were in like Knights of the Old Republic, so like
all I know is Baby Yoda.
That's that way back. So
I'm just like Baby Yoda.
It's not even Baby Yoda.
Isn't it?
People
it's just Baby Yoda.
It is.
It's
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, but that stuck. So
of course it did.
Be very hard.
So is it not Baby Yoda?
No, it's a different.
No, it's just set after Yoda died.
It's set after Yoda died.
Yeah, this is set after the original films.
Yeah.
I legit thought it was a prequel.
That's why Luke Skywalker is
like
old.
Like a pre-prequel.
Well, Luke Skywalker's young,
old, but he's still young. But he's not like he's not
Mark
Hamill old. But...
it's set after the fall of the Empire.
Yeah,
it's really not Baby Yoda.
No.
I know nothing.
Yoda dead.
Unless they're like
a heaps about it yet.
Right? They're a Phoenix race.
Yeah. But yeah,
I'm excited for it.
Yeah,
I'm keen.
It's going to be good.
Happy that it's soon as well. Like I've been avoiding watching stuff, but I also assumed it would be like getting us hyped for like late this year.
Yeah.
I did see Disney Plus lost a number of subscribers because there wasn't any like Star Wars original content, and now I'm sure that
what?
Yeah, as in like it was an article I was reading last week that was saying because there's been no like Star Wars or Marvel stuff coming.
So much. There's new Bad Batch. There's Andor. There's. Are you kidding? How is there not enough Star Wars stuff?
Very good things about Andor, but I haven't got around to it yet.
Neither have I.
I struggled with Andor just because it.
Okay.
I mean, I know their take is they're meant to take away from the Star Wars feel, but it feels more like just an espionage. Like
I've heard people say that it's Star Wars without the Jedi, and like I'm keen for more of that.
Yeah,
that was Mando as well for a bit,
but that was
without delving too deep. Book of Boba, yes or no? Like enjoyed it, not enjoyed it.
I really liked it.
Overall, I enjoyed it. But it had moments.
Huh?
I don't think he's saying that.
No, I enjoyed it.
I've just got little lightsabers going on my head.
Pew pew pew. I really liked it. I mean, I can see the people saying that it was like, it's just a sequel to Mandalorian, but is that a problem?
No.
Like, I think there was already overlap. I had a fucking great time, and I thought, like, people also reckon that it sort of ruined a badass, mysterious character.
No,
but
not at all.
Not really.
No, he had
love
heart.
for Boba Fett is stupid. I'm sorry. Like
my brother.
But he's a cool character, but if you look at how much screen time he has in the original film, it's like nothing.
Nothing about him.
But I didn't want to talk about it too long. But the episode where he's like with the Sand People and like learning their culture and stuff, I was like, this is a fucking amazing episode.
Yeah.
It was a really good series, and at the end, like as much as the last episode was just a big action movie, it was still pretty fucking badass. Some cool moments, like whatever.
Cool.
Yeah,
good series. Mando 3, I'm excited, or Mando 4 if you want to consider. Fucking Book of Boba, Mando 3.
I mean, there was definitely a episode of The Mandalorian thrown into
an entire
Book of Boba.
Episode. Yeah. Which felt so weird, but whatever.
Yeah,
it's Disney.
Doesn't matter.
They do what they want.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Yep.
Yep.
Good cue. Damon's up next.
That's not the order we do.
No, Jimmy's up next.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damon's always last.
Well, it's because he comes in last.
It's the pattern.
Yes.
Finish strong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. You just need to get up.
My intro.
All right, let's move on to our next segment, which is a crowd pleaser, especially with Damo randomly. I don't know what he's doing, but if you're looking at the podcast, no, it looked weird. It was, but it doesn't matter. With our favorite jingle, which is copyrighted, so please don't steal it. It is. Jimmy
that is how copy
works. Segment. All right.
Segment.
That sounded so South Park.
Yeah. Well, I watched the clip beforehand. As I told you, once the record button's on, my mind goes everywhere, and you don't get any consistency. But Jimmy,
guys,
can we get another one where I don't talk through?
Jimmy recommends segment.
So beautiful. It's so Trey Parker-ish.
It is. Very.
It'll be different next week, so don't bet on it. But Jimmy, take us away with We Were Here series.
All right. The last couple of weeks, Lawson and I have been making our way through the We Were Here series. If anyone that watches the ReimannTV stream on a Thursday, occasionally Lawson and I will stick around afterwards, and that's what we've been playing. What it is essentially it's a 2-player co-op puzzle sort of game where you it's first person sort of puzzle where you just like the first game is you're just in different sort of you wake up in different sort of rooms. There's not a lot of story elements to the first one. You get like a slideshow sort of cutscene of walking through a snowstorm and then finding this mysterious house and then waking up in different rooms. The in-game sort of way of communicating would be via walkie-talkies. We cheat a little bit and use Discord. I can't imagine how annoying it would be if we if you had to press a button and while you were pressing the button, the other person couldn't talk. But I guess
especially in public lobbies, my God.
It would give another element to it. But the whole thing is based on communicating what you see to try and solve the puzzle. And like I think we were both hooked pretty immediately.
Definitely.
And Damo's been on the ride for a lot of it as well. So feel free to weigh in. But
I really like the first one.
Yeah.
First one is probably took us about an hour and a half to get through.
Less.
I'd say. And like immediately when we finished it, we wanted to play it again but swap, because you choose like which one you want to be, because you get a completely different view of the puzzles. And yeah, we knew all the answers to the puzzle, so it wasn't like trying to figure it out again. But it was so nice just to be like, oh, like that's is what you saw. Were seeing. Like,
yeah,
it's like
because your description, what you describe sometimes, and what I picture to try and visualize what you're seeing, is so wrong to what I end up actually seeing.
But yeah, after We Were Here, we follow up with We Were Here 2, which are very similar sort of game in the sense that, again, you start off just thrown into it in different areas. You just have to go with that. And that one, again, I reckon took us about an hour and a half. But again, we instantly wanted to be like, oh, let's swap over and go again. And we are already talking about playing that one. We're already talking about playing that one a third time.
About half an hour of that was the one maze puzzle.
The maze, man.
Yeah. Oh, look, it was actually, going back and looking over the footage, the first time that we got stuck in that maze, or the first time we played the maze, it only took like 10 minutes. Every other puzzle that we've done in this game, the second time we've done it in half the time. This was the only one that it was the opposite. It took us twice as long to do it the second time.
I couldn't deliver the notes fast enough, like as in which direction to turn. I just my brain couldn't work.
Also, Jimmy kept trying to speed run it as well.
I was getting frustrated. If anyone also catches the Thursday night streams and saw us play Pico Park, you can see that there is sometimes I break my chill demeanor and get a little bit frustrated.
I think your downfall was playing a puzzle game with me.
Oh, I
a cooperation
had a lot of
game.
Did you? I would have saw that as a different way.
Let's do it again.
But yeah, We Were Here too. Like, it's a puzzle game that we've finished twice, and we're already talking about going back and playing it a third time, because there's not a lot of story to the first two, but like there's enough. And I don't want to talk about the kind of what happens at the end of each game. Like, you guys can go out and
I was about to
go and play it yourself.
Yeah, true.
I'm never playing
the first
these games.
I'll mention right now.
I know you're not, but I'm not. I'll be honest. I'm not recommending you this game.
No,
I'm recommending this game to the listeners or the viewers. Go out and find a friend that you can communicate with, because if you don't have good communication, you're just going to be yelling at each other, going, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Actually, Reimann, last night there was a puzzle we did where Jimmy had to give me a code like PU.
Yeah.
And then I had to read out this scientific name that was like,
oh god,
cryoaxy and whatever.
Right.
You would not be able to do that.
No, you can't
sound out words.
I can't. That's the old dyslexia coming in there.
Words,
of course,
that
no shame.
Are made to look the same, to try and confuse you.
It actually could be an accessibility problem.
No, it could be.
If you want to get into it, because I mean, dyslexia, like, it's a proper barrier in that game, like in that puzzle in particular, anyway.
But it's. I don't think it's the most friendly game in that sort of sense. Like, there are
definitely not
puzzles based on sound. There are puzzles based on colors.
Yeah.
There are puzzles based on text.
True.
Anyway, we have got through. Last night we've just finished up the third installment, which was We Were Here Together. This is where the series takes a massive leap in like the production value and like the puzzles get more difficult. Like, we went from being able to finish this game twice in like a 2.5 hour sort of block to, I think this took us 4 nights, probably like 2 hours a night sort of thing.
Yeah,
and
I'd say I reckon about between 7 and 9 hours. Yeah,
and like, again, we're already like, we've got that same feeling that we want to go back and play it again from the other perspective. I think this time we want to get onto the fourth game first and play that.
Yeah.
But still keen to go back and see it from the other side.
I really didn't like the style of the third one.
It's definitely different. Took us a little while.
it was a slower start. I feel like the difference with the third and the first two is like the first two you've always just started separate and it's just straight into puzzles.
Mhm.
Where the third one I think was trying to add some more story elements into it. There's a loose narrative of like you're out trying to find your teammates that have disappeared. As you get through it, there's more of a complex storyline that I've heard from other people that there's lore that you can go and look up online, sort of thing, and it's in the game, but it's not in your face, sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But it definitely felt like they were trying to make it more of a thing, more of a game rather than kind of a 2 hour sort of experience.
Yeah.
Right.
More of a game rather than just an escape room.
But once we got stuck a few times in this one, and that made you feel dumb when you like sitting there for an hour on the same puzzle. And luckily, because we're streaming it, we have people like Damo and Coxie that can kind of be like, "Hey, try this."
Yeah,
Google that one. That pipe one was
the pipe one. Yeah, but then as soon as we got past that pipe one, like last
night, we felt like we were on a roll, and it just feels good. And you're not really going to get this unless you've watched any of it or played it. But like, there is a little like soundbite that plays when you complete a task, and it's the most like satisfying,
it's uplifting.
Like, oh, yes, it's like on to the next one.
And because the music while you're doing the puzzle, like there's timed ones and there's non-timed ones, but even the non-timed ones have like pretty tense music, or at least like
you kind of
tense
feel
undertones.
Like and it's just such a relaxing, like, so it just like it helps you just like
full charge. Yeah, it's a very relaxed feeling.
Does it have any? I felt like the first one had way more of that horror-ish suspense element.
Yeah, the first two
scary
had that,
marionette, and
the first two had that marionette, and like this third one has definitely tried to put a more kind of like fantasy sort of medieval, supernaturally sort of spin on it. But you can buy all 4 of these games currently on Steam in a bundle for like $40, and just based on what we've done so far, I couldn't recommend it more. But even better, first game, it's free on Steam, so you
hell yeah,
don't have to you don't have to pay anything to play the first one, and like go out, find a mate, both download it. I think it's on console as well. I don't know if the first one is free on console, but like the second one is definitely on PlayStation, because when I was looking up the how to get that special ending that we're going for, like there's a trophy for it, and I was like, I could have been working for a platinum.
Right. Yeah, it's on Xbox One as well.
Yeah. But yeah, that first game is free. Go find someone and play it. And if you're like Lawson and I, you're gonna be hooked like straight away.
Yeah. You'll know pretty quick. If you don't enjoy the first, then you won't enjoy the next ones. But if you enjoy the first at all, then you're in. You're in for a good time.
That's Jimmy recommends.
Jimmy recommends.
Hell yeah.
Good segment.
Outro.
Awesome. Good shit.
That is Jimmy recommends segment. Indeed. Indeed.
Good shit.
Nice. I got nothing to add on those puzzles. Ryman doesn't.
I know puzzles. I know it's not your sort of thing.
Yeah.
It was recommended to me by a friend, and it's been a blast. Like, it's been fun.
Mm-hmm.
Check out the stream.
Yeah, check those out.
Yeah, get around it.
See them on.
Where can we watch the stream, Jimmy?
You can watch the stream after the ReimannTV stream on a Thursday evening.
And how can we watch
if you're watching twitch.tv/ReimannTV on a Thursday night, then afterwards you can catch the late stream with Jimmy and Lawson at a less roll off the tongue URL of Shork90 or Shork_91.
I can put you as a recommended streamer, I think, as well. So
I have already put you as a recommended streamer, so I was hoping that it would like recommend your content when you were online last night and I wasn't, but it's not working. But anyway, if you jump on Thursdays and see all of us on ReimannTV, then you'll find out if Lawson and I are sticking around.
Yep, easy. All right, Damo, your favorite gaming franchise?
Yeah, I just wanted to have, open nerd discussion about our favorite gaming franchise. So I thought just see. I don't actually know everyone's favorite gaming franchise except maybe Reimann. Mine is just that picture. Solid. That picture does so much for me. Like it hits. Anyway, Metal Gear Solid. The whole series is absolutely my favorite game. So it started with Metal Gear Solid 3.
We started with 3.
Yeah, who's played Metal Gear?
I played them all.
Hell yeah.
You guys?
Nope.
That's the box game, right?
But yeah, that's the box
game. Yeah. Box game.
I reckon I might have played
3
bits of 1 and 2, like demo sort of PlayStation era sort of stuff.
Yep.
Right. Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe this will sell you. But so I played Metal Gear Solid 3, then Metal Gear Solid 2.
Wow.
Then Metal Gear 1, then 4 and onwards.
Right. That's a weird order to play them in.
It is a weird order. And yet it was still incredible. And this, like, if you like storyline in a game, I think Metal Gear's for anyone. It's so deep. It's so complex. Lawson's left. He doesn't care.
I mean, Lawson has watched the video on the story because I was trying to explain it to him.
Is this the series that has the 3-hour cutscene?
It's got very long ones.
Metal Gear Solid 4
has a very long.
Like it ends with like a film.
It's pretty much an interactive
feature length.
Yeah. So,
how long is it actually?
What?
Yeah. Like there's I think Metal Gear Solid 4 is about a 20-hour playthrough. I think maybe 25-hour playthrough, and there's like 7
minutes.
Yeah, and there's 7 hours of cutscenes.
Yeah,
that's insane.
I was just reading.
And you're loving every moment.
Cutscene of over 70 minutes and over 8 hours of cutscenes in total.
Yeah, it's good.
And it's
this makes
incredible.
it one of the longest movies ever made.
Yeah,
right.
It's pretty much
some people still mysteriously referring to it as a video game.
Yeah, it's pretty much an interactive movie. What's your favorite one, Damo? Though
favorite Metal Gear?
If you had to rank them.
It's got to be Metal Gear Solid 3. Okay. I think it combines the action, the stealth, the incredible story, the characters, the twists, the turns. Metal Gear Solid 3 is like a prequel, so it references all of the other games. I actually think I've got to say the thing I love most about Metal Gear is they constantly are cross-referencing and adding the amount of like little Easter eggs and little details that go across all 5, 6, 7 games it's masterful. And every single time I play this, it's the only game series I've played it through so many times, and every single time there's something new that I'm like, yeah, it's
I've heard incredible like things that went into like designing the game and things that you can do for like with some of the boss fights and stuff, and like
so like
switching controller ports or like
so Metal Gear 1
cards.
Psycho,
Psycho, so there's
sick.
Hideo Kojima, the game director, he just loves breaking the fourth wall, but in really clever ways. And there are so many hidden ways to beat bosses. And there's like one that there's a sniper called The End. And he's I know, right? And it's a sniper battle, and he's super old. He's like in the game, his life has been extended artificially, so he's like 150 or something. I don't know. Super old, amazing sniper, and it's set on this like huge battlefield, sniping battle sort of thing. And there's like so many multiple ways to defeat him, including you can set the you can change the clock, the internal PlayStation clock.
Yeah.
You can put it forward like a month, and then you log back in and he's died.
Yeah,
you're right.
And I'm like, that is so cool.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The fight's honestly with Sniper Wolf though. Sniper Wolf I preferred because of the story of Sniper Wolf.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like trying to get Meryl's codex, where it was like it's on the back of the CD, and he gives you there's an actual CD in game. and you're like, is it on the back of there? But no, they're referencing the actual like CD, so you have to turn it over, and on the back it has Meryl's codex as like one of the screenshots. Like it's so
cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah. And like Psycho Mantis was in the first one as well, in the PlayStation 1 days, where it would, he's like controls your mind sort of thing, and he controls your body, and he reads your memory card and it's like, oh, so you enjoyed Crash Bandicoot.
I had Shane Warne's cricket, and it was like, so you like Shane Warne's cricket? I was like, that's the weirdest reference from a psycho killer.
But then he would control you, so you're trying to like move around, and he's controlling you, and you're like, what the fuck? And it does not tell you what to do, and you're like, how the fuck do I beat this? And so many kids and teenagers, anyone really, just got stumped.
Pre-internet.
And pre-internet, yeah. And then you had to take the controller out and put it in port 2, and then you could control it.
So are there ports of this, like remakes of these first ones?
100%.
There is talks of a full remake coming.
I don't even mean like I just mean if I wanted to. I've never played one. First off, what game do I start with? I know you started with 3, but if you wanted to
Metal Gear Solid 1.
Okay, does it still hold up?
It's on PC.
Big
barrier
time.
Okay. Because I'm worried, like, okay, if I play it on PC, do I lose out on all those like bits and pieces? Because I'm
Metal Gear 1, there's maybe just that gimmick is probably the only thing you miss out on. Every other gimmick you can do, I reckon. Maybe I don't know about the end one, but there's so many. And honestly, that's just they're little cherries on top, that sort of thing. The whole story and the combat is where it's at, and it's a story that spans like so many years and so many characters, and it's just incredible. And I honestly, you could start with any of the games, really. 1, 2, or 3 you could start with.
I wouldn't start with 2 because 2 you don't get, it's the bait and switch.
Yeah, true, Biden. But
I would start with probably 3 or 1.
Yeah, I would too. I'd probably start with 1. That's probably the best idea. But because they all reference each other in different times, you could start with any of them and you will still have a good time. The only thing...
Not 4.
No, not 4.
No.
The only thing about Metal Gear is the controls are weird. They're very old school Japanese. Where they, it was before the time before shooters really were big and we had a universal control. So it can take like a good hour and a half to kind of really get used to the controls and the stealth and how it works. Before it all starts making sense to your brain. But push through the first little bit. I cannot recommend a game.
It's not a casual game to like pick up and play. You got to have like a chunk of time because you're going to sit through a lot of dialogue. So you just need to be prepared for that. So don't.
I've never cried more or cheered more or had goosebumps more than any other series, and like multiple times.
Okay.
Like anyone that's played this image right here.
Happened to me.
That's good.
I still like. Every now and then, I know this is me and I get extra like this, but every now and then I'll be thinking of this game. This is Metal Gear Solid 3. Like I'll be randomly walking somewhere and I just stop and I remember and I go like, and I just, the respect I have for this character is, and that's how powerful the storytelling is.
Yeah. I mean, I know exactly what you're referring to, but I guess I still don't have the same connections. I didn't play it. It's so different. I feel like you really got to put the hours into it and get connected. Just watching a 2-hour video on YouTube explaining the entire lore didn't really have the same impact.
Of course.
I've tried. I've really tried these. I've tried 3 different ones, and I don't like sneaking games. I just find them frustrating and stressful. I'm not good at them. It's as simple as that, and I don't do what I'm not good at. Why would I? So
you don't have to sneak. You can sneak, and it's meant to be sneaky, but you can just like go through and kill everyone and fight.
Yeah, that's hard too, though.
It's not overly easy.
Stop being bad.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. I don't want to put the hours in.
It's definitely worth it.
Jimmy,
we talked the whole time about that. What else are our favorite?
I'm sorry, Eva came into Damon talking about Metal Gear.
Me? It's a hard question, but I guess if I had to just go purely by what I've been addicted to and played over the longest time and biggest numbers lately would have to be Destiny.
Okay. I was wondering if it was going to be Destiny or Doom.
Doom does hold a very special place in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got, when I think about Destiny, I have better memories.
Yeah.
Like, because I have a Destiny tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
I've got that with it was my first tattoo. I've got like my two mates that I play Destiny with have their Destiny tattoo. Like we've all got our class logo.
That's cute.
And yeah, it's just something that I keep coming back to. Like I don't play it as much as I used to, but new content drops in next week, and
we won't see you for a while.
We are all taking the day off work.
Yes, love that.
And we're just gonna sit and play Destiny for the day.
Will it be a stream game? Will you stream Destiny?
I don't think it'll. I like first-person shooters. I'm not amazing at first-person shooters.
It's a lot of pressure.
It's like because I'm in a F1. You guys know I'm in an F1 E league,
yeah.
And like one of the guys that I bowl with is in the league. Two of the guys I bowl with, and he's like, "Oh, you should stream the F1 races." And I was like, "Mate, I'm either in front for the first lap or like 6 laps behind everybody else. Like that's not interesting to watch." And I worry that me streaming Destiny would not be interesting to watch.
F1 in real life is not interesting to watch.
You shut your mouth.
I second that, Damo. I'll back you.
So boring. Any racing. Yep. Oh my god.
Yeah, some races are more interesting than others, but that's not the debate we're having. Drive to Survive Season 5 drops next Friday though. Fucking keen.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see.
But yeah, so I played a lot of Destiny back on PlayStation 4, and then like Destiny was fucking great. Like it came out and it was a bit of a train wreck. There was a bunch of issues with it, and you go into the development stuff, and you found out that like the publishers pushed for them to scrap everything they had, but still wanted to keep the release date.
I remember all that. Yeah.
So the first year of Destiny was a little bit messy, but then as it hit its second year, because it's got its like major annual content releases, it really hit its stride, and like it is a primarily kind of 3-player sort of game, and I had that like 2 mates that was super keen into it. But it's when you hit the 6-man content, the raids, that you're like, oh, this is not just your generic run and gun shooter. Like this is next level. Like the raids in Destiny is what keep bringing me back, and like I can't do the new raid content. Like they have just progressively made it more and more complicated and more difficult.
Wow.
But I have such fond memories of like we'd have 6 people log in, and like we'd always try, if there was a new raid, we'd be like, okay, let's not look it up. Let's just go in and see if we can figure it out. And you'd just be like, you're trying to figure out the mechanics of a shooter while it's still a difficult shooter.
Getting thumped, yeah,
right.
Absolutely getting thumped. Like it doesn't give you that chance to kind of like walk around and go, oh, maybe if it's like, no, it's like the whole time you want to try and figure it out. You got to like survive while you're doing it. And I remember just countless nights of like we'd be at the final boss of King's Fall raid back in the Taken King, which was the like year 2 of Destiny 1, and like we all knew what we were doing and we knew how to do it, but it was just so difficult, and we'd be like, it was hard not to turn on one of the people playing, because they'd be like, well, you didn't do your part, you didn't step on that platform when you needed, which meant my platform didn't show up, and you missed that shot, or we didn't hit a DPS check, and it's like you just wanted to keep coming back. It's like even if you mastered
it's making me want to play now.
Coming back, like I'd love to do like a Destiny raid with you guys, but I think it would just like we'd never finish it. It would just never happen. The teamwork required and the communication, it would be fun, but
that's cool.
Yeah, and then Destiny 2, like I don't play it like I used to. Like I used to be a log on to Destiny every week sort of player. But yeah, new content coming out, and it's ready to draw me straight back in. And the lore is just so deep now. Like the first game, because they scrapped so much of the storyline, like it was hard to piece together the story. But now that Bungie's really hit their stride and they've like cut ties with Microsoft, cut ties with Activision, and
Cool.
there is so much deep, like they've got this huge world building stuff, and like I've got books. Hang on.
I thought the baby was coming. I thought you were about to get handed a baby.
I've got like
oh wow,
books with like lore and art and
Yes.
like this is like volume 2 of 4.
Yeah, cool. There's heaps
Like
now.
it's
Yeah, because I remember
I've got my
Yes!
that's your
my
pre-printed. Fuck
Destiny,
yeah.
like my 3D printed stuff, like the weapons all have their own lore, and like these big, like, you know, like you want this weapon, like you've got to go through like a multi-step like thing to actually go and do it. And like now you can just kind of follow the bouncing ball because everyone's done it. But at the time, like if something new drops, they don't hold your hand. Like it might be you need to go to this weird location and like find this thing and then go from there. But yeah, Destiny has me 100% hooked. Like I'm looking forward to going back next week.
It's tickling my World of Warcraft itch.
I'm not allowed to play World of Warcraft.
I know you're not.
Yeah, when it first came out, Reimann and I got on it like day one release. We played it for about maybe 2 weeks, 4 weeks. You reckon?
Less than that. It was about 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, it wasn't long. And there wasn't enough to it, and I didn't understand. Like there was no story.
I 100% get you.
Yeah, so we never went back to it. And then you're the only person I really know that plays it, and you've told me so many things about it and all these cool things have added and whatnot. And it's like, damn, I actually probably would enjoy this game now. But it does feel really intimidating from the outside now because there are so many DLCs. I don't know where to start. I feel like I need to drop like $400 in order to even get into it. But that's probably not accurate.
How hard is it for like if say me, Reimann, and Lawson all decided to start
They have
playing?
continually tried to rework that new player experience. And because like it is, they are trying to, like, the game is just getting too big. So they constantly have to cycle in and out content because otherwise you go to download it and it's like getting to be a like 200 gig file. So the fact of the matter is, like, they know that people are going to come in now and they're not playing from the start. So like the whole point of Destiny is like you are playing a Guardian, which is you've been revived by the Traveler, which is a big space god sort of thing. Sure. And it has got to the point where it's like, okay, well, like if you're starting playing now, you've been revived after all this stuff that everybody else has already played. Like you're not expected to have. So they're trying to refine that. I think I'd have to play through it's called the New Light sort of intro. I feel like I wouldn't mind going through that and just going like, what sort of experience is this?
How many hours before we could do a raid?
The good thing is, like, the old raids, I think you could jump in and do one of the older ones.
But how like do, because I've got my World of Warcraft brain on, so I'm like, oh, you've got to level to the top before you start doing that stuff. Is it
that's
like
the thing.
that?
I think if you wanted to do new content, then there'd be a real push to get through. But if we were looking at doing some of the like legacy raid sort of stuff, I don't know, but I think maybe 5 to 6 hours sort of thing.
Oh, that's doable.
Maybe I'd have to go through it and have a look. Like the thing is, I'm going to log in next week, and my character's going to be so under-leveled. So that'll give me a real good like. They try to bring you up to the like they don't want you to feel behind. Like if they've got new stuff, they want you to be able to play it. So yeah, that's mine.
Nice.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. So Reimann, yours was Metal Gear.
Mine's Metal Gear. I've played very few games more than once, and it's Knights of the Old Republic and also Metal Gear. And
Knights of the Old Republic's a good one.
And FIFA. But FIFA Ultimate Team, I've had to ban myself.
Not allowed to say FIFA.
No, I've cut myself from it. I'm not allowed to have it downloaded, otherwise it gets played and I lose myself for weeks on end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy with WoW, I guess.
Yep.
Obviously Zelda is like, I'm pretty into that, but I think even more than that, the Fallout series has been my favorite. Like Jimmy mentioned before, like memories. of what you had the most fun, and probably Halo in that respect. I think.
Oh yeah.
Growing up playing Halo 2, like LAN parties, and when Nick and I lived together, we for 5 years we played Halo almost daily online. We had a little group we called the Veronicas. Our code word was blueberries. We would run to the closest beach and dance, like squat, So with all these like silly memories with that, but Fallout, I don't know, it's something really special about it to me. It's like my favorite setting is post-apocalypse. I feel like it's RPG. There's a lot of like leveling systems. There's a lot of replay value, different builds. As much as like 3 and arguably 4 don't have the greatest stories, the gameplay loop for me is perfect. Like I'll play all 3 of them, including New Vegas, back to back, and do it again straight after. Yeah, good memories. Something that like Eb and I have also played a lot together. So it's something obviously part of our history, and yeah, just fucking love Fallout. So fun.
Pete, Fallout to me is your Metal Gear. Like I've tried multiple Fallouts, and I hate them. Like,
what don't you like?
I really couldn't get around the leveling. I didn't like the RPG aspect of it. I didn't know exactly what was going on.
Okay, like, which one? By the way?
I get. Sorry, Fallout 3.
3, sure. Yeah,
was the main one. So like, I get really caught up in. When I'm leveling something, I need to know what I should be leveling, and if I feel like I'm making wrong choices or not optimal choices,
right,
it bogs me down real quick. And then even then, but I didn't love the world. I didn't like the characters and the voice acting, and like I think that might be a Elder Scroll, because it's the same people, right? Bethesda, Skyrim and that. Yeah, I couldn't do Oblivion.
3 years, yeah.
I could do Skyrim, but I think Skyrim did a lot better with.
Skyrim's got a lot more polish than Morrowind and Oblivion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so Fallout 3, I got to the big bomb part. That was sick.
First town.
I thought that was cool.
Did you kill him? I've never blown up Megaton.
Really?
Blew them.
I love the 10-penny tower story. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was cool. And then I just didn't like the combat. And then I was dying lots. And then I'm like, there's not enough that had grabbed me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I guess I need to get good as well.
I don't know. That game's pretty easy. Maybe that's why I like it. Maybe you're playing on high difficulty or some shit, because you can turn that up. And there is like survival mode, which I've played all of them once on survival mode, but it's not what I enjoy.
That's one where you got to eat and drink and stuff, right?
Eat, drink, sleep. Yeah, you've got a lot more manage. You could like ammo has weight, so you can only hold a certain amount of ammo. You've really got to figure out your rationing and your packing and stuff. So yeah, I've only done each of the games once on survival, because it's not really what I enjoy. But yeah, fucking all those things you said were negatives, I loved.
What's the best game in the franchise?
New Vegas.
That's the only one I haven't played.
Yeah. And
I started it and I ruined my save. Like I had one of those things where I like saved as I didn't have a save, and it quick saved as I walked through a door where I got killed, and then the game would keep loading into me.
Oh yeah, I reckon
the door and getting killed, and I was like, I just can't.
I've been death looped.
I can't.
I think something like that might have happened to me as well. I'm like, nah, see ya. Not doing it.
Ryan, what's your history with the game?
I played 3 for a little bit, and then I did a stream of 4, which you were in, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. You played for 1.
Base building in 4 can suck a dick.
I loved it.
I didn't do much of it.
Getting that fucking like 100%, like
that's the dumbest. Yep, I agree.
That was
dumbest
the last fucking trophy I was stuck on for like weeks.
Yeah,
I got that play,
and it's just time. It's the bullshit part.
Yeah.
All right. I think that is all our franchises, isn't it?
We've got about 40 seconds left on the record as well. So do we outro now, or do we do another one, or what?
Nah, we're good. We're a Gucci.
Outro.
All right, so everybody, that is You Nerd It Here First. Know if you've got friends at Under Armour that want to sponsor us in Australia, let them know. And if you want to make their day better, their day worse, make sure
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Yeah,
check
share
out
it.
ReimannTV, obviously, and also Shulk_91. Check those out. He also has a YouTube. Hit that up as well. And we'll all get monetized. Hopefully, maybe. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Jimmy outro. Jimmy outro.
You nerd it here first.
Yeah.
Yes.